You're not lazy. You're a champion daydreamer, a gold medal athlete in the Olympic sport of win it all in my head. You've sculpted the perfect body without a single push-up, launched a mega business without sending one invoice, and dropped mic-level comebacks without opening your mouth. For a few bright minutes, the fantasy feels almost touchable. Then, the lights come up, you're still on the couch, and that warm glow curdles into guilt. Deep down, you know the scoreboard hasn't moved. You just took an all-inclusive vacation to a life you're too nervous to actually build, and your brain comped the champagne. Here's the kicker. Those mental mini-movies aren't harmless. They're chemical heists. Every time you stage an imaginary victory lap, your brain pays you in dopamine as if you ran the real race. Zero sweat, full reward. We're wired for efficiency, so your mind keeps pressing play. Soon, the Daydream isn't a fun preview. It's your favorite streaming service, one that steals the very hustle you need to make the plot real. That's why this video won't hype you with generic grind harder chants. We're going deeper, right into the faulty wiring that confuses imagination for action. Stick around, and by the end, you'll know the single switch that snaps the fantasy circuit and hands back the thing it's been quietly siphoning: momentum. Ready? Let's bust the myth in 4 quick jolts. Jolt 1. The sweet, sneaky high. Think back to this morning. Maybe you pictured striding into work buff and confident, or walking on a stage while a crowd loses its mind. In that instant, your brain lit up like Vegas. It fired the same reward pathways you'd trigger by actually lifting weights or nailing a TED Talk. Why grind for months when a 5-second day trip gives the identical chemical cookie? That's the trap. You're not avoiding work because you're scared of pain. You're hooked on a cheaper thrill. Planning, visualizing, researching feels productive, so you keep doing it, pocketing unearned satisfaction while real goals collect dust. Jolt 2. When hope turns into a hiding place. The first fantasy felt like optimism. The fifth was a design sketch. By the 50th, it became bubble wrap, soft, silent protection from real-world bruises. Out there, people judge, projects stall, and bank accounts laugh back. Inside the dream, everything lands perfectly. Soon that ideal future you isn't a target, it's a shield. You idolize them but secretly dread putting them to the test. What if the real you swings and misses? So you polish the dream instead. Endless revisions, no release date. And the gap between imagined legend and current you widens into a canyon filled with quiet shame. Quick gut check. If you've ever closed your laptop after 2 hours of perfect planning and felt drained yet proud, even though nothing exists, congratulations, you've been doped by your own neurons. Like, if you've been there, we're in this together. Jolt 3. The identity gap. Knowledge without embodiment is intellectual cosplay. You've watched every productivity video, highlighted the entire self-help section, color-coded a calendar that would make Google jealous, yet the morning alarm still gets snoozed and your sneakers stay brand new. That invisible space between what you know and how you live is the identity gap, and it's where self-loathing throws house parties. Closing it doesn't demand a Hollywood makeover. It demands one unglamorous physical move taken before you feel worthy. Send the awkward email. Do 10 shaky push-ups. Sketch the cringy first logo. Each tiny, gritty deed is a brick that narrows the gap and reprograms the reward system to prize action over imagination. Pause here. If something in this hits, drop a comment with the next micro move you'll take. Sharing it out loud hardlocks the intention. And hey, subscribe if you crave more brain rewiring without the boring lectures. Jolt 4. Retraining the dopamine dog. Right now, your brain is a clever dog that learned to sit, daydream, and get a treat. Dopamine. We need to teach it a new trick. Move first, treat later. Start laughably small. 2 minutes of deep work, not 2 hours. 1 outbound call, not a perfect funnel. Log each rep. Yes, literally tick a box, and allow yourself the reward only after the action. Over weeks, the neural leash shifts. The dog stops begging for fantasy snacks and starts chasing real bones. Suddenly, genuine progress feels juicier than mental popcorn, and the couch loses its magnet. My 11:43 p.m. reboot. Personal confession. I once mapped a month of flawless content strategy, topic trees, thumbnails, even background music selections, then realized I hadn't filmed a frame. One late night, staring at my useless master plan, I opened my notes app and typed 3 clumsy script lines. No soundtrack, no fancy lighting. The moment felt flat. No dopamine fireworks. But I slept lighter than I had in weeks, because reality, awkward, pixelated, real, had finally restarted. Those 3 lines snowballed into the channel you're watching right now. The turnaround wasn't cinematic. It was microscopic movement repeated until the brain caught on. Your turn. The 30-second pivot. Choose one goal currently trapped in your mental cinema. Pick a single action you can finish in under a minute. Hit record and speak the opening sentence. Lay out workout clothes. Draft the email subject line. Do it the second this video ends. The brain will protest. This feels small, where's the rush? Smile and do it anyway. That slight discomfort is the old wiring die. Celebrate afterward. Dab, dance, text a friend, whatever stamps the win. Then stack another minute tomorrow. Momentum loves tiny snowballs. Remember, clarity doesn't precede motion. Motion breeds clarity. You'll never outthink the fear, but you can outmove it. And if you catch yourself slipping back into high-def fantasies, don't shame spiral. Notice it, laugh. Nice try, brain, and redirect into the next bite-sized deed. That's the whole game. Fantasy minus action equals stagnation. Fantasy plus action equals blueprint. Before you bounce, smash the like button if today's jolts hit home. It tells the algorithm you prefer brain surgery with a smile over fluff. Subscribe for weekly reality injections and share this with a fellow couch visionary who needs their spark back. Finally, if overthinking is your next boss fight, the link popping up right now is your cheat code. How to stop overthinking for real this time. Click it, take the first micro step, and I'll see you there. Daydream less, do more. Your future highlight reel is waiting on the other side of that 30-second pivot.